Just want to thank Sky. Her enthusiasm is just fun. I love it, and I love the products. I think I'm taking everything actually. I love it all. Thank you. Enthusiasm is just fun. I love
Oh,
it.
sorry. We got a little feedback. Go ahead.
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
that's
good.
wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, Pamela. I'm happy that you're on with us today. I'm
Thank
excited.
you.
Any questions as a brand new person that are like burning in your mind right now, Pam?
No, I'm telling you what, Sky has been just amazing. I mean, she seems to have a true grasp on everything. So I am comfortable going to her if I have problems, but no, perfect. I'm happy to have
Okay.
her as my friend.
I love that. I love that. All right. Anyone else new on today that needs to be introduced and welcome to the team officially? All right. Well, welcome anyways, everybody. We are going to dive into today's onboarding. I'm going to make sure that this isn't like a 2-hour onboarding process. Okay. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
We do have one new one on this morning, William.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I couldn't hear you. There was a delay for a second. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Yes,
Yeah.
William is on with us this morning. He's brand new.
Okay. Welcome, William. Thank you for being here. Where are you from?
Um, Brooksville, Florida, right above Tampa.
Okay. Wonderful. We're excited to have you on. Welcome to the team. All right. Well, we are going to, any questions from you, William? Any burning questions from you?
Um, I'm meeting with Frida tomorrow, so anything I got, I'm saving for her.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, I'm going to make this a really quick and painless onboarding for our brand new brand ambassadors today, just on some getting started basics, how to launch your success in 3, and what are some things you can do that are tried and true. So the first thing I want to do is take you to our team website. I'm going to put this in the chat as well. It's called ourlegacymakers.com. Okay. And if you go to ourlegacymakers.com, you're going to walk yourself through the first 5 steps today. Not tomorrow, today. Try to get as much done as you can through those first 5 steps, because as soon as you, like, it's like a horse getting out the gate, right? You want to make sure you get out the gate fast so you have a better clarity and understanding. You can get the ball rolling. So I'm going to take us over there real quickly, and we're going to come over to ourlegacymakers.com. I just clicked on that live link I put in the chat there, and you land on this home page called Welcome. Okay, you're in the Legacy Makers team, which we are one of the fastest growing teams within 3. So yes, we're all 1099 contracted, basically, and we're brand ambassadors. We represent 3, but we work collaboratively together. So my background is in health and wellness and personal training, and also marketing and sales. My business partner, George Ruiz, also the same. He's had 30 years of experience. So together we put this website in place so that the average person, the brand new person who hasn't maybe had 16 or 30 full-time years in this industry, could come on board and shorten that gap to success right away, to being able to help others be successful on the products, as well as being able to build a large organization or business or earn additional income, if that's something you could get excited about. So what you would do is you'd come down here. We call it getting started right. Orient yourself quickly by reviewing. I just saw a typo there. By reviewing the links and materials below. Okay, so if you come in, it says welcome, getting started checklist, SmartShip, 3 app, Facebook community, and the team calendar. So these 5 steps are what you want to tackle first today. Okay, and that's why they're listed separately from the other 5 steps below, which we'll talk about in a moment. The first one is we have this welcome or getting started checklist, which is a welcome letter. It's a love letter to our brand new brand ambassadors on how we can help them get proficient in 3, in the verbiage, in the communication, and being able to share links with other people about what you're doing right away. So the best thing you can do is you can use this welcome letter as a guide, okay, for getting yourself oriented, as well as when you start sharing 3, you will be able to go and use this material. Everybody can see this, right? Oh, I'm not. Thank you, Janet. You guys, I'm so sorry. I was all the way into that. Okay, so let me go back and share my screen. That was the fun. Okay, here we go. Let's go over here real quickly. Can you guys see my screen now? welcome. Okay, perfect. Pam's like, oh my gosh, come on, lady, get it together so we don't miss anything else. Okay, all right, just goes to show you can make millions of dollars in this business and still not know how to share your screen. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to the home page. All right, it says welcome Legacy Makers team, get started right. You're gonna come down here, and this is what I'm talking about, this welcome. It's a getting started checklist, and if you were to follow these 5 steps, this is exactly what's in the welcome letter. So you're like, well, maybe that's a little redundant. Well, it's good to have quick links. Okay. So what we'll do here is I'm going to walk you through this. I just clicked on that welcome page, and this is what it looks like. It says a life of health and purpose. Welcome to the Legacy Makers team. Welcome, new brand ambassador. Your decision to join this new venture with 3 International as a brand ambassador with us makes our heart sing. I trust it does yours too. This message is to welcome you and help you orient yourself for success, however you define that for yourself, right? Everybody has a different version of success. Everybody has a different reason why they said yes to 3. Some people come on board because they love the products, right? They're excited about the products and the product results they've had. Others are like, I see the science. I see what's happening here in the science, and I want to be able to share that with others, right? Some people are like, oh my gosh, I see this as another way for me to earn additional income, right? By helping people become happier and healthier through 3. So that's however you define that success for yourself, it's doing what you like in 3 and doing it well. And that's what we want to help get you more connected so you have a better understanding of how to share 3. So let's start with the basics. You're going to download your 3 International app. Has anyone here downloaded the app already? Okay. Perfect. It's your same username and password for your back office as it is for your phone app. So the phone app, okay, is the quickest way to get materials out to people right away. And this welcome letter may have even been texted to you already from the person that onboarded you. And that would be part of our getting started steps. So hopefully you've already seen this, okay? If not, that's okay. And let the person, your sponsor in 3, let them know, say, hey, do you know where the welcome letter is? Because I should have gotten one and I haven't yet. Okay, get on them, all right? Keep them accountable because it helps. It helps if we're keeping each other accountable here. That's what teamwork does. So you're going to join, after you download the app, okay, you're going to join the Facebook community, and you're going to log into your 3 back office, and then we have the Legacy Makers team. So you can see how it's just kind of guiding you through these steps, and it even does it again. It says, where's the Facebook community? Tune into the community. So you'll want to copy and paste this, right? You'll put it up in your browser, and you'll click to join the team, and you'll be invited in there. You may have already been invited or welcomed in by your sponsor because members can add other members in. Okay, the other one is getting oriented with your back office. And so this is sort of, you want to save and bookmark your username and password, which you would have already done had you downloaded this app. It's the same password for both. And add your headshot. I think this is kind of fun when you open up your back office, add your picture in there, make it your account, make it your own. Find your QR codes and your marketing links so you know how to share those with people as well. They are linked automatically. That's why your same username and password for your back office is the same for the app on the phone because it's linked to your 3 account. So whenever you send materials from the app, just know if they were to click order now, you would be getting the credit for that. So under business, you'll see your team. Okay. Under tools and media, you'll see under tools, you'll see documents and media. SmartShip, we're going to talk about SmartShip. SmartShip is the glue that holds your business together, your income together. It's the one requirement. It's like rent in your business. Okay. I'm going to come back to the page real quick because I kind of flew through some of this, but welcome. We went through that. And then here's the actual link, live link to download the 3 app. Here's the Facebook community. All you'd have to do is click on this little link right here. It's going to take you to the Facebook group. I'm already in it, but otherwise you would hit invite or share if you were trying to invite somebody into there. And we do something called add tag message. Okay. So at the top, you'll see these featured posts. When you add somebody in, you can click on this featured post and see how it has all the same information. You guys, I'm telling you, it's like everything is the same. Everything's talking to each other, right? The website's talking to the Facebook group. The Facebook is talking to the website. The website is a part of the app. The app has access to the back office, right? It's all connected. And that's why we're trying to get you at least what I call, in my marketing background, 3 to 5 touch points where you feel connected. Okay, 3 to 5 touch points where you can always get the right information. So you can always count on getting the right information from the ourlegacymakers.com team training website. your app on your phone, the Facebook community, okay, the featured posts in the Facebook community, the welcome letter you receive, all right, from beginning to end, and your back office. Okay, so that's why they're all there. We also have a YouTube channel you guys can subscribe to. I highly recommend, because this being live on there, you would be updated if you had subscribed and hit the bell to receive notifications. So let's say you have new members who are getting started, and we're doing team trainings every morning, but they're still working their 9 to 5 and they're not able to participate. If they are subscribed to the YouTube channel and they receive the bell notification, they'll receive those live notifications. They can watch the information later on their own time, right? Because this is a business where you get to work it in the pockets of your life, in your own time and space. So that's why the connection part of what we do is so powerful. So you would come in here, me add tag message. So let's say, see how, oh, look at that. You have such a great sponsor. Okay, Sky came in. She said, welcome to the team. She tagged you at Pam Rakan. Okay, please see the attached onboarding information above and bookmark the appropriate links. Dive into the welcome link on ourlegacymakers.com. So did you feel supported, Pam? Okay. Yes. All right, perfect. So good. So she did that very well. And so, I mean, she's following the systems for success. Welcome, right? Welcome to the team. So she's making sure, probably, not only that you're part of the Facebook community, that you've received your welcome letter, that you know how to access your back office, you have your app downloaded. Okay. It's just all of those things, they lead to positive results because you're connected. Okay. All right, so let's get in here. And actually, let me see. I think we've got 7 new member requests today. So we'll see. Okay, good. Alicia invited her. Maria. Okay, good. Okay, so perfect. George and Adrian from the morning calls. Okay. All right. Let me see. Works at 3 International. Yep. Okay, perfect. And so this is what I see on my end, is those who have been invited. Okay. So I'm going to approve these, approve. And you know what? As I'm seeing these come in, I can see that lots of people prefer text message, and we are announcing a text message system that will alert you guys. So coming up, you'll see some new links come out, and we'll get into that later. Sorry, that was an overshare, but for real. Okay, so we have 10 new members. We'll go back to community home. And you will see that every time new members are added, let me refresh, they will get tagged in the welcome post. I cannot figure out how to get this weird graphic off. This is Facebook, not me. I added this. I don't know why this man bun guy is here welcoming you too, but he is. So just know that, okay? It's kind of wild. But people automatically do get tagged to the welcome, but it's always a good idea to welcome them yourself. All right. We've gone through welcoming. Anybody have any questions about welcoming whatsoever? Okay, perfect. All right, let's head back. Everyone can still see. All right, and we're back to the website. Everyone still, you can see that? Okay, thank you. Okay, SmartShip. SmartShip is the glue that holds your business together. So the reason this is so important, and it's one of the basis of our business, is, let me ask you this very important question. If you were starting a business today that had the potential to earn you, I don't know, 6 or 7 figures, okay? And you knew that, you had to put something in, time, energy, resources, right? I know when I was starting my personal training business, and one of the reasons I actually backed out is because I knew it was going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars to find the space to rent, to purchase the equipment that I needed, right? All of it was a huge, huge upfront investment. How many of you guys spent like a huge upfront investment getting into 3? Like, considered huge, massive, no? Even some of you guys who came on as pro collectioner founders, that you were $2,800 all in, massive. It's the most amount of money you've ever spent on building a business. Probably not, right? Okay, so that's one reason why some people take it seriously and some people don't. Well, we want to be able to pay everybody in all the ways that you're able to pay, but your rent in your business is, are you consuming the 3 products every single month? So SmartShip is the rent in your business. They're not going to pay you the big bucks, okay, if you're not even consuming the products personally. Would you agree that's fair? Yes, that's fair, right? Okay, so they want you to have at least one order on each month that calculates to 60 PV. PV stands for personal volume. Sometimes it'll say CV, that's customer volume, okay? PV, CV, same thing, kind of. PV is like what you personally order. Customer volume is CV coming in underneath you. So there is a little keynote there, okay? The differentiation between those orders. So your smart ship is something you set up. It's very similar to Amazon Subscribe and Save. It goes out every 28 days, and that keeps you commissionable and active in your business. So yes, you keep getting the products with the nutritional benefits of the products. And then as you're plugging in and you're building your organization, you're able, and it's open for you to get paid in all the ways that we earn. Okay, so you must maintain smart ship at 60 PV active status. Is everyone okay with that? Okay. All right. So the least inexpensive way to maintain smart ship is to do 1 box of Eternal. Does everyone know that? I usually, when I enroll somebody, I put them right on with the smart ship of 1 box of Eternal because it's $110 and it's 60 PV right off the bat. It's the lowest rent with the best results. Okay. So I love Eternal. It tastes delicious. People get this like glutathione glowing skin. It feels good inside their body. It's good for heart health. It's got all those antioxidants. It's like what, 120 glasses of red wine on the antioxidant level is what's in that tiny pouch. It also is the equivalent of 40 acai berry bowls. Can you imagine, right? On the antioxidant level, it's so good for your health and so good for cellular regeneration. And it tastes delicious, and even kids can have it. So that's why I always put 1 box of Eternal, because I know that that little baseline, it's a baseline order, can be built upon. They can build up their order basket on top of it if they want to. But at a baseline, I know I'm keeping them active, qualified, and commissionable. Yes? Okay. So that's why I always set up, because they save more money on SmartShip. So for me, like SmartShip is the no-brainer. They can go in, it can be edited at any time, it can be changed at any time, right? So it's not like they're locked in. It's just me making sure they're set up for success. Yes? Okay. So always when you log in and you're helping somebody get started, you're going to order that initial order. And you're going to go in and you're going to set up SmartShip after they're logged in if it didn't prompt you in the process. As a BA, it'll prompt you in the process. If you enroll as a customer, it doesn't always prompt you. So then I would log back into their account for them and with them. And usually I would do onboarding with them and I would talk about SmartShip with them, why it's important. You click on the orders tab in the left sidebar menu in the back office and you click manage SmartShip. Okay. And you get that set. So let me show you what that looks like. So if I were to come in here, we're going to go to office.iii.earth. And this person already has this set up, but let me see if I can find one that might not yet. Let me see. Well, she does too. Let me see. Okay, we're just going to go into an account. Okay. So, oh, that login failed. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, let's go here. Okay, you can see I save a lot of their stuff because I help them a lot. So this tab right here, it says orders on the left-hand side. It's green. You come down here and it's recurring SmartShip. Okay, recurring SmartShip. Prepaid is when they want to buy 3 to 6 months of SmartShip in advance and not think about it. Recurring means this is the one that's going out every single month. So even if somebody comes on with a big pack like the Pro Collection pack and it has 11 months of SmartShip already included in it, that's the benefit of that pack, especially if you're building overseas, if you're building in our other markets. You want them to come on with the most amount of products because it's the most amount of products for the least amount of money, and they're paying shipping once, and you want max SmartShip, maximum SmartShip, because then they don't have to think about it. Okay, they can just keep going. So I always go in and I still set up that SmartShip for 1 month out of the date of when that 11-month prepaid ends. Are you guys with me on that? Does that make sense? So for example, if I went into order history here on this account, now this person's very active, right? That initial date where they came in with that $2,800 pack, okay? That initial date was ordered on 9/11/2024, okay? 9/11/2024. So I would go in and I would make sure that in his recurring SmartShip, see, and it's off right now, but if we were in his recurring SmartShip, but that's because he has prepaid. So this is where this comes in handy. I would put him on for an added SmartShip that is going to go out 11 months. Okay, let's review. Okay, it's going to go out. I'm going to check this date, 9/27/2025. Nope, I'm going to edit this, right? It would have gone out 9/11, 9/11. But in this case, we're going to do it 9/27, save. You must click the policies and procedures, all right? And then hit submit. Submit. Okay. All right. So is this still within the 4 weeks? Yeah, it is. So it is still within his 4 weeks. So, but you want to make sure that says 9/11. So I'm going to edit the date just in case. 9/11, I might even do 9/10 a day before to save it. I'm going to go actually and just submit that. Okay. It says choose payment method. He's got his off right now. But what I'm saying is you'd set that up in there. All right. So that's what that looks like. It would submit and it would show the smart ship order on the side. And so you just make sure you're always submitting and clicking these, because if you don't, you didn't save it. Okay. And then they could lose volume or miss out, something like that. Okay. All right. Any questions around smart ship loyalty, why it's important? Any questions about this? Okay. And that is the main factor when you do not have a consistent smart ship set up. As you're building your business, customers and people are going to flow underneath you, even if you're not the one who enrolled them, because everyone takes position in the organization, customers and brand ambassadors. So let's say it's like my sister. Okay. My sister, when I first started this business, I got her a position. She loves the product. She has celiac disease. She loves the way the products make her feel, right? Okay. So she's on the products consistently for a year. All of a sudden she calls me back. She's like, I really do want to do what you're doing. I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to be a therapist in this office. I want to have more time with my kids. What should I do? And I said, Rachel, you have a smart ship that's been so consistent and set up that you have 60,000 CV. You have 60,000 points waiting on one leg for you to get paid on again, because she was active smart ship. If she had stopped the order or interrupted the order or pushed it out too far or things like that, she would have not had that volume to build on later. So it's like insurance. You know what I'm saying? It's like she had the volume built up. Every single time she enrolled somebody, she was making $300 to $500 because it was going opposite the leg that had built that volume up. She had banked volume. Okay. All right. So we'll talk about banked volume. Okay. In a minute, but that's that. Okay, so that's the importance of smart ship. Let's go back home. It's already 10:30. Wow, and all we did was that. This is why they take so long. I always think it's going to be quick. It's never that quick. Okay, so Facebook community, you're already in. Hopefully, we talked about that. The 3 app downloaded, smart ship, very, very key. The next one is the team calendar, making sure that you understand how to use this. Okay, so if you to click on the team calendar, you're going to know what's happening almost every single day. The blue ones, the light blue one, that is Spark. It's a different team within 3. That's sort of an overarching team that we plug into because we participate in that. Our leadership, because we're one of the fastest growing teams in 3, actually participates in the overarching teams, okay, in 3. Not corporate, in the overarching team of 3. So that's that. This is our team specific call is the darker blue. This morning mastermind huddle, okay? This morning mastermind huddle happens every day at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So the reason I love this, it's like fireside. Okay, it's like every time you show up to that meeting, you learn something. And you want your people plugged in because we teach something new every single week, like parts of onboarding, how to build your business, how to build a board of directors, how to, understand how to develop your product knowledge better while coupling it with the business. Like it's very much about how we can work together and collaborate as a team and take all the best parts of our top leadership. That's who's training on the morning huddle. So our top leadership in the organization is training on that morning huddle, giving you everything you need on a daily basis. Not too much, not too little, just enough. Okay, so it's bite-sized pieces of info. So it's like, it's just the closer you are to the fire, right? The bigger your business burns. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure that you maintain, and I know not everyone can make every single one. So you do your best to try to hop on as much as possible. And that's why it's important to be linked to the team YouTube channel so that if you do miss something, it's going to notify you. Oh, by the way, there was a live this morning you missed on the morning huddle with, Kimberly Starr. She did a phenomenal training on building your board of directors and how to approach people, things like that. Okay, about 3. So those are the kind of things you're going to learn there. The green calls, this is again a part of this overarching team, but I like what they're doing and we participate in it. So every single Monday night, there's an opportunity showcase. What does that mean? That means you can invite somebody to listen in and learn about the world of three and what three is offering. Now, this month of September, we have really switched it up. I'm in charge of booking out September speakers for Global Showcase. And what we're doing is more podcast style. So when they jump on, it's kind of like you're watching some of your favorite people in three be interviewed by other people and why they said yes to three. So it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be a full presentation like what we do on Thursday night. It's going to be more podcast style that's happening on our Global Monday Showcase. Global Empowerment Tuesday. Okay, Empowerment Tuesday is where you're going to learn from a team leader specific skill sets that can help you branch out and build a bigger business. And those will be happening on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, we always feature a health professional in three. And so that's an exciting call because if you're more product focused, you want to invite as many people as you can every week to that Global Wellness Wednesday because it's not as much it's kind of podcast style. It's more of them us interviewing like a specialist or an MD or a naturopathic or a nurse or somebody that's how are they pushing three? Like how are they promoting and sharing three and why did that health professional say yes to the products? So that one's very much health focused. So you can invite people to listen in and then help them get started that way. This one every Thursday that George just did 2 days ago, it's called Elevate Your Life Opportunity. We are flipping the chart. So we have presentations that are pre-built to help you build your business and your organization. It is both product focused. We go through every single product, and it is also both business focused. We talk about building a global e-commerce business with our team. We invite them into our team. So honestly, this one is very important because it is how we like to present. It's how your team likes to present. Okay. So this one is a very, very important call. And I'm looking for more leadership to step up and do that who feel comfortable and confident presenting. So if you guys download the presentation deck and you're a 3-star pro and above, I would love your participation in that. Okay, so there's that. The Spanish calls every Wednesday night. So see, these red ones, they're also team specific opportunity calls. So every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we do an opportunity call in Spanish. So we are committed to building out our Hispanic market here in the US so we can branch into those other countries later. So you guys can participate in that as well. And then we have this one's called Global Wellness Redefined, but if you click on it, it's actually our APAC market. So this call is done by Nilbert Ng, and he works the Asia Pacific market for us. And every Friday he does a call, 9 p.m. Central. But you can see here, like in the Philippines, it's 10 a.m. In Sydney, it's 1. In New Zealand, it's 3 p.m. So if you have people in those other countries, he's doing the same thing that we're doing, flipping the chart every Friday because it's Saturday in Asia Pacific time already. And there they can log into that. All right, the next one is that you're on right now, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., launch the basics onboarding. We do a little bit of pay plan, and I will do a little bit of pay plan today. But basically, you get a base overview of how to get started, how to get plugged in, where to find the resources, and a little bit about the basics of building your business. Okay, so that's where you guys are at. So if you click on each one of these, whether on your cell phone or not, it's going to give you a link that you can copy and paste. Okay, you can also send this graphic out. I'm going to change this up a little bit, but that's that. I need to update this. This one looks like this. It says, you're invited. Please join to discuss and learn about the launch of a new global company that is pioneering what proactive wellness can mean for you and your family. Pretty straightforward, right? So if somebody invited you to take a look and sent this to you, you would know what you were coming on to listen into. Something health and wellness focused, right? You can also download the graphic and you can send the graphic to them. So the reason those are there is because they're invites that can be sent out right away as well. Okay, and this one too, Empowerment Tuesday, and so on. That's the sparkglobal.com. Okay, and it looks like she was going to update these, but didn't. Okay, that's Wellness Wednesday. Yeah, those need to be updated. Okay, perfect. Update calendar. Okay, I had an assistant, and she got like her dream job, and now I'm doing assistant and this right now, so I'm getting really excited. I got to update all of this ASAP, but this is fun. All right. So also when you click on the team calendar, any of those events that you see, if you were to click like that, you would go straight to it. If you were to click here, you would go straight to it. So these are all of the team events. These are the global Spark Global events. If you were to just click on that graphic, it's going to take you straight to the Zoom meeting, just FYI. So you're not having to fumble around trying to find the link. Okay. All right. Okay. Any questions about Team Calendar? How to find links, resources, anything like that? No. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Let's come back to our team page. All right. We have gone through the first 5 steps. All right. Of that. This should be, you guys can easily do this on your own. Highly encourage you guys to get that done. At least download your app, find the team website, go to the team Facebook page, subscribe and get the bell and hit the bell for the YouTube channel, and make sure you know how to find the team calendar. Okay. All righty. Okay, now what we're going to do, this back office tour, this kind of, you can watch this if you've not been through your back office yet. I highly recommend you take the back office tour. If you click on it, it's going to take you to a video. This is about your 3-wallet training, but this one's about accessing your back office, and see, it's going to take you right to where you could have done that. All right. So everything is plug and play here. Like, there should be no question. You should not be really ever lost in the sauce. The team website's going to walk you through everything. 3-wallet, how do you get paid? How many of you guys, if you were to share a link, you'd like to get paid? Okay. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to watch this video, and it's going to teach you how to set that up. And also you're going to log in. If you log into your back office, again, we would come over here to My Business. You see this section that says 3-wallet. Okay. You come in here, and it's going to play the video again for you, and you're going to get that sent out. Okay. Got it? Okay. All right. So you want to set that up so that you're getting paid. And you can have that direct deposited to your bank account, or you can have them send you a card. It's a 3 card. It's a preloaded card that they'll just preload your commissions on. We get paid weekly. Okay. All righty. Any questions about iPayout? Nope. Okay. Perfect. All righty. So coming back to business training, but before we do, I just want to say, anytime, and I know a lot about the products. I know you guys know I know a lot about the products. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to the science of the products and why I said yes to 3, but I don't always talk about it. I do when I'm doing presentations, but what I normally do is I'll send them product education tools from my app first, because I can track it. But sometimes I send this link. Okay, so this product education page is everything all at once. So it's everything all together. The studies, you guys, it's got videos in here by Dr. Dan. It has the new Kinetic product. It has the Kinetic launch with the Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Dan and I. It has in here the Medicinal Plant Research Institute. It has in here every single product explaining its benefits with the fact sheets and the clinical dossiers. Okay, so don't tell me we don't do anything for you. That's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole 1-pager on the products. You guys, sometimes I just email this to doctors or health professionals, or I'm like, you know what? I've got all the information right here for you. Let me send you a link. So I have taken this link right here and embedded it into my app, because I have the paid version of the app. So it's $99 to get what we call Pulse, or the paid version of your 3 app. It's about $10 a month for the whole year, basically. Okay. And if you upgrade into it, you can add your own links into it that can be texted or emailed, and every time they open it, it's the reason I love it is because now I know Dr. Brad that I onboarded yesterday has opened the product page. So I know he's looking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to guess, and I don't like to like repeat myself, or I'm like, hey, how are you? Just wanted to check in and see how's everything going. Or did you take a look? I'll know he took a look. Then I'll be like, hey, Dr. Brad, I saw that you opened the link. Any questions for me? That's a different conversation. Yes. Okay, so that's why I do the paid version of the app. If you can, I would. Okay, down at the very bottom, the reason I'm coming down here is I want you to see that we have the product usage guide, we have our manufacturing certifications, we have the clinical dossiers, we have the family of products fact sheet, we have the products price fact sheet, we have that epigenetic study, we have all the stuff, okay? If you click on this health needs chart, this is what you guys ask me all the time, that I'm always like redirecting you to find this, because we put this together because we know you have questions about what products go with what, yes? Okay, well, what products do I need for gut health? Vitality, Immune Purify. What products do I need for hormone health? What products do I need for immune support, right? What products do I need for joint health? What products do I need for weight management? What products support women's health? What products do I need for muscle stiffness? What products do I need for my daily nutritional needs? What products do I need for blood pressure? What products do I need for blood support, right? Are you guys with me? Okay, so this is a key. I would download this, bookmark it, save it somewhere, but it is on the sheet health needs chart. Okay, very important health needs chart. Okay, that will be a good resource for you when you want to feel more confident about what products to recommend if they're not coming in with a pack. Now, I'm very business minded. Everybody I enroll comes in with a pack, and then I go in and I show all of them this later. So to me, the products in the business are one. So they're going to come on with a big pack of products, and then I'm going to guide them. Okay, all right. We do have this Be Well, Be Free with 3. If you guys ever want to know how to walk somebody through a weight loss system with 3, okay, and which products to recommend. This is now a different price point and needs to be updated, but take this, okay, take this, the knowledge that comes with it. This is 20 years of personal training. Anytime somebody comes and says, I want to lose 7 to 10 pounds in my first 30, 60, 90 days, I would run them through this same routine, okay? So just take it from me. All right. I am an expert in this. I'm not just pulling your chain. I am an expert in this. And people want to know, how can I see results with 3? Well, if they were to order a big old pack of products, I want them to put them to use. Yes. I don't just want them to sit pretty on their counter. So I will send them this. Sometimes I just download it and send it to them, and I just do this. And then I have them start tracking. We have tracker forms for business. We have tracker forms for this. The easiest way to help somebody lose weight and feel great is, are they tracking their meals? Are they timing their meals, right? Do they have recipes for success? Are they measuring before and after results on the products? All of that makes sense to me. Now, we are not technically a weight loss company. However, it is one of the #1 benefits that people see when they're incorporating all of the products. So is that a good story to share? Yeah. Stories sell, facts tell. Help somebody get a story. And we're going to dive into that in a minute. So that's why I went through this with you guys, is so that you guys could know that those guides are down here for you. And yes, I'll get to them. Yes.
Adrian,
Who's
I
that?
have a quick question.
Yes.
That what you just showed right now, that's in the team website, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
It's
that's
on
the team website. Okay, just confirming that.
it's
Yeah,
on the homepage under product education. You guys,
perfect.
I used to charge, my upfront fee was $2,500, and they would pay me $200 a week to train with me and coach with me, and I put all of it in there for free.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Right? So just FYI, there should be no reason why you can't help people get results on the products and have a story to share. It doesn't have to just be they took Revive and they got really great joint support. They can actually create a transformation. All right.
Adrian,
So
can you
that's
say
there.
that again? Can you say that again? You charge people upfront $2,500 and then how much?
$2,500 and $200 a week for in-person training and for food training, basically. Check-in, accountability.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I don't do that anymore. I make way more money doing 3. Okay. A lot more money building 3. I'm just telling you the value of what that guide was at one point. Okay. I had a big Facebook group. I had a whole thing, MetaDiva. I mean, you guys, and let me just tell you, it's not that I didn't love it. It was such a passion of mine. I absolutely loved it. I just love the simplicity of 3 more. Do you know what I mean? Like, of being able to share some of that stuff out and just having it incorporate so well with what we do here. And you can build a big business around helping people develop stories.
I know
All right.
exactly what you mean, Adrian. That's what I am. I'm a personal trainer, and this is much better. I'm phasing out, my training business myself. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you will, and you'll
exactly.
do it. And here's the thing. And I made the transition as soon as I started making $2,000 a week, Maria, that's when I transitioned out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, I'm replacing that, and then I just push from there. But honestly, it's so much easier to do this business. As
Yes.
much as I loved showing up for people physically, it got to a point after 20 years, I couldn't even stand the smell of the gym. And it wasn't because people stunk. It was just the rubber mats. I couldn't even stand the smell.
Exactly.
I was like, I don't
Exactly.
want to do this for the rest of my life. I love you, but I
Yes.
don't want to do something more that's catered to me and my lifestyle. And I want to be able to meet people online. I want to be able to jump on Zoom calls globally. I want to build global distribution centers. I don't just want to help this part of my community. I want to go bigger than that. Right. And so
Correct.
that's why I did this. Yeah.
Awesome.
And you can help so many more people when you're an e-commerce business. All righty, let's dive into this guy. Okay, business training. This will take you to business resources. This is the same thing. Business resources is business training. We're going to talk about the business for a second. All right, so each one of you, we did some logistical things just now together, right? We got set up, we figured all that stuff out. Let's talk about what you want. Okay. If you had all the time and all the money in the world, what do you see 3 doing for you in your life? Like, what would you be doing for real? Would you travel? Would you pay off some bills? Would you cover your mortgage or your rent? Would you take your kids or your grandkids on vacation more? Would you buy a home overseas? What would you do? Okay. I want you to get big, big vision, big vision. Okay. Because when I first started, one of the biggest mistakes I made is I was like, oh, I would just love to help get a few people on the products. That's still a good mission, right? It's good. But it wasn't the same as I'm going to retire myself. I'm going to hire myself out of the 2 jobs that I have. I'm going to do this full time and I'm going to build global distribution centers all over the world that make me 100,000 a month. That's a different vision, right? So you all start where you start. I just dropped a bomb on you. You're like 100K a month. She's crazy. No, I'm not. We've done it. Do you know, I'm not. If I hadn't done it, I wouldn't tell you. Okay. So I want you to think big vision. Maybe it's not 100 grand a month. Maybe it's $1,000 a month. What would you do with an extra $1,000 a month right now? What would you do with an extra $5,000 a month? What would you do if you were a 3-star elite, 4-star pro earning $250,000 a year in this business? Who would you have helped? Who would have been on your board of directors? Who would have made a significant difference in your organization? Who would you talk to if you knew you couldn't fail? Who would you share this with if you knew that they could make a big difference? They've got a network. They've done something like this before. They're one of those people, when they get a result, they don't stop talking about it, right? I want you guys to think bigger, okay? So in this 5-point recruiting system, when we come down here, the first thing I ask you is why? Why did you say yes to this opportunity? What do you want? How can we help you get it? If I teach you all of my tools for success that have built over 42 self-made millionaires in this industry, would you do the work? Because that's what I'm about to share with you. So I want you to go, okay, I would like to earn my products, get paid for the products I purchase. I want ROI, return on investment, or I want additional income, or I want to help help others, all of the above, right? You guys, I remember when I stopped being such a product expert and I started telling people that all I wanted to do was to help them to be happier and healthier, it changed the game. It really did. That simple phrase, I just want to help people become happier and healthier with 3. I see the value of sharing 3. I know if I help somebody get on the products and they feel better, they're a little bit happier. I know if I help somebody make an extra $500 a month, guess what? They're a little bit happier and healthier. That's our MO. That's it. Okay. So when times get tough and you're building this business and you're like going through these steps and you're like, oh my gosh, this is kind of hard and people are saying no to me and I'm freaking out and oh my gosh, they think I'm crazy because I'm doing one of those things and like all that stuff, you need to attach to your why. Okay. It needs to be somewhere where you can see it every day. I am so happy and grateful now that I am a 4-star in 3, earning $250,000 a year. I have an incredible team underneath me who's also earning income, right? You guys start hallucinating. I am so happy and grateful now that every person I talk to about 3 is the right person for my opportunity, for my products and my business. They get excited, they order their product, and they have a great result, right? You want to start future pacing your goals out there. All right, let's go into some systems though, because I'm a systems girl. And the reason that is I didn't have that. Like when I first started in this industry, the person that onboarded me had no clue what they were doing. They just told me I could make money and that the products were great. That was 4 companies ago. Okay. And I didn't do so hot. I'm just going to be honest. I think my biggest paycheck was like $50 the whole year. Okay. So I didn't do so hot. I didn't know what to do. There was no welcome letter. There was no team huddle in the morning. There was none of that. So the reason we even have all of this is because I never want somebody to feel that lost ever again, right? There's always something, even if you don't fully understand or fully plug in it, there's always a resource for you. And there's got to be systems because guess what? You cannot be me and I cannot be you, right? We have different skill sets, different brains, different philosophies, different ways that we even speak and coach. So you and I can't duplicate what Donna does, and Donna can't fully duplicate Adrienne, but the system is duplicatable. Are you with me? How you go into the system and approach the system is going to allow your innate uniqueness to blossom. And you're going to build your network. You're going to build the way that you're going to attract who you are and better. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So the first thing we want to talk about is diving in, but there's this little piece about the business, and I know it's 1049. Little piece about the business here. This is called becoming a QBA. So I talked about SmartShip earlier, keeping you active and commissionable. Yes? Okay. An active brand ambassador, a brand ambassador with SmartShip is active, which means all that volume in their organization is banking. But a qualified brand ambassador is somebody who has the ability to earn up to $27,000 per week in our pay plan. Okay. So a qualified QBA means you have to put your triangle of love together. You're like, what is she talking about? You have to have a minimum of 2 people, one on your left team and one on your right team, who are just like you. They come on as a brand ambassador. They have their SmartShip set up. They come on with a minimum of 100 CV. That's an intro pack, minimum intro pack, right? And their SmartShip is set to 60 CV, and they're always active. So in this bigger scheme of things, okay, when the company goes, now she's serious or he's serious, because they've recruited 2. They have 2 people who are just like them. They've activated their left sales team and their right sales team. And those people are active, staying. They don't ever have to worry about them. And then that way they get paid off of everything that comes underneath them, regardless of depth, for the rest of time. Okay. The company it's a no holds bar. It's your one piece to building this business. Okay. So you've got to become what's called QBA, qualified brand ambassador. You enroll 1 BA on your left, 1 BA on your right. Has to be 1 left, 1 right, because you're activating your commission center. Does anyone have a question about that? No? Okay. So let me give you a tip.
I have a question.
Yes.
So in order to receive commissions from cycles, you have to be qualified, but you don't have to be qualified. I'm clarifying, if I understand this correctly, to get a PIB or retail commissions.
Correct. Yep. You're right. So when somebody comes to open an account, yeah, because we pay 7 different ways, right? But you're automatically active. When you're active on SmartShip, you're automatically qualified to earn retail commissions and product introductory bonuses, but you are not, and I repeat, not able to earn big commissions. You can still earn some in the retail. I don't want to say not, but in the bigger scheme of things, you're not getting paid off of your entire organization, regardless of depth. You're making a one-time.
Okay, so are they accumulating points, but they're just not paid on them until they get the 2, or do they
would
not
accumulate
even get
if they had SmartShip? So as long as they have SmartShip, they'll accumulate. That's why I hit SmartShip so heavily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could
if they don't have SmartShip, they will not even accumulate until they have 1 on each side.
Correct.
Okay.
So the SmartShip, that's why I call it the glue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the glue that holds your commissions together. So I always say, get your 2 and get your glue. Like, have your glue set up, but then go get your 2 and make sure they're on SmartShip too. Okay. So how can you ensure success in this area? That you're always qualified brand ambassador. Does anyone have an idea?
SmartShip.
Yeah, yes, and you're enrolling those first 2, right? So when I look at that, I'm going to read this to you. It says by taking action. Oh, hold on, sorry. Once you're a QBA, you earn commissions on what you do and what the team does. So let's help you enroll your first 2 brand ambassadors, 1 on the left and 1 on the right team, with a minimum intro pack or better within your first 72 hours or less. So what is the number 1 thing you could do to help somebody win in this business in the first 24, 48, 72 hours? Recruit. Get 2, right? Get 2. All right, get two people on the same way. And now you're using the products together. Now it's my sister and I who've ordered together, and we're going to use the products together and have a great experience, right? Now it's my mom and my sister, and we're going to use these products together. Do you know what I'm saying? So I like to help them get at least 2 to 3 people right away, minimum. And so the way that we do that is by using this 5-point recruiting system. So here I'm giving you the why. You're going to set your why. Okay, you're going to understand you've got to become a QBA, one on the left, one on the right with SmartShip. Okay, and you're going to start recruiting the 5-point recruiting system. So it's just giving you the why, the how, and now the tools. The tools. Okay, so when you come in here, you're going to create a names list, right? You're going to dive into how to talk to people. The fastest way to find people is on your cell phone and social media. Right? The fastest way to find people is on your cell phone and social media. And then you want to develop your story. So this is like a different, whole different piece, right? So where you start going through this, if you click on each one of these, it's a prompt, it's a guide. So you fill this out, right? Okay. You're looking for your top 10 board of directors in a sea of 100. Okay. Like you write a list of 100 names, you're going to have 10 people on your team minimum. That just goes to show 90% of the time, what are you going to hear? The word no, which really means K-N-O-W. I don't know enough to say no to you, but I'm going to say no to you right now. And then 10% of the time, you're going to have some people who are like, I got you. And I see it. I'm so excited. This is great, right? Let's do this together. Those are the people you're looking for. Now, does that mean that the people who said no to the business, that they don't order the products? No. You might have a lot of product users too, right? You might have people who onboard and just want to be good customers and good product users, but you're going to find 10 out of the 100. So this is super key. My second company that I was in, I was able to sit in on a board meeting with all of the multimillionaires in that company. I was like a fly on the wall, just listening. And one of the leadership said, how important is it to teach people how to actually physically write out a list of 100 names when they first get started to launch their business? And everybody at the table raised their hand. And she said, well, how many of you did it? Every single one of them raised their hand. Well, how many of you guys did it work? And one lady said, well, no, it didn't work for me. And she goes, what? What do you mean it didn't work for you? She goes, I got to 75 and already had 15 business builders. And so I didn't need to get to all 100. I had 15 people who were actively recruiting underneath me, and I didn't even have to go through all 100 names. And she goes, so I guess, what does that make me? And they go, an anomaly, because the rest of us who are earning multi-millions all contacted 100 or more names just to get 10. So follow the numbers don't lie. Okay, so this is just a who do you know? This is prompting you. It's a memory jogger. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know that you've purchased products from before in the past? Your hairdresser, your girlfriend who sells cabbie or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? So you're going to write the names down and you're not going to prejudge. And the reason I don't want you to put too much energy or thought into like whether they're going to say yes or no right away is because you do not have a crystal ball into somebody's real world. You think you know, but you don't know, right? So you don't know until you ask. So you're going to write this out. You're not going to prejudge. If a name comes to your mind, if you're scrolling through your phone and you're filling out this list, just put it down. I call this inspired action. I want you to work from inspiration, not desperation, right? That would be a better feeling. Nobody likes a desperate person, right? But people like people who are inspired. So if there's a reason you thought of their name, that's a better conversation for me to have. If I know Donna was in another company and she's not going to be interested in this, but I feel prompted to put Donna's name down, I'm going to call Donna and be like, hey, Donna, I know you're in another company, but I felt prompted to call you and I wanted to share with you what I'm doing now. Are you open to taking a look? That's a different conversation. Is that within my authenticity to say that? 100%. I want you to maintain your authenticity when you're doing this as well. Okay. So that's why we're going to fill that out. Then you're going to share your story. So Donna, you're not going to believe this. I know we've been in network marketing for years together, and I know we've been selling makeup and all sorts of other stuff. I tried these products, these like healthcare products, and they're blowing my mind. I used to have all these joint issues. My back would hurt. I couldn't barely get up out of bed. Then all of a sudden I started on this system and it's changing the way that I feel. And it made me think of you because you might know some people who struggle to have more energy during the day. You might know some people who struggle with joint pain and joint inflammation issues. You might know some people who want to feel better in their own body right now. And they're purchasing products in other places that you and I can we could work together. We could be getting paid on inner beauty and outer beauty. Would you be open to taking a look? Can you feel my passion, my intensity? Did I say, hey, Donna, I want to send you a PDF on why this energy drink is amazing? No, didn't do that. Nope. My approach is very, very simple. If I know Donna is selling makeup right now and I want her to sell inner beauty with me, how do I bridge that gap? I need to let her know how I bridge the gap. Does that make sense? Not to mention, this compensation plan is like nothing I've ever seen before. This company started after the pandemic, and the way that they pay is like a hybrid. It's like the best of everything. They got retail, they got product and introductory bonuses, they've got team commissions, they've got leadership check match, 7 generations deep. Have you ever heard of anything like that before? I don't think so. Can you jump on a call with me and my mentor today? Could you jump on a call? When could you jump on a call with me? Do you hear the passion? Do you hear it's a different game, isn't it? It's not just like, hey, I started this product and it's good and I want to share it with you. You can start out, I started out like that. Not to say I didn't. I did. Okay, because I didn't know, I was not comfortable to say what I just said to you prior, right? But it took me going through this and developing different stories. Guess what? I have a different story for a different person. If I call Gary Timmons and I know he's a business guy, okay, and do you think I'm going to go head deep into all these products and the science and technology? No. No. I'm going to call Gary and be like, hey, listen, Gary, I know you're an amazing businessman, and I'm building a business right now that allows me to do what I want when I want. And then know the number one thing that you and I are always seeking is freedom. If I could show you a way where you could stop trading your time for dollars and start building a side income online, would you be open to taking a look? Did I just, right? Would you be open to taking a look? If he's not open, he's not open. There's nothing I can do about that, right? But I have to ask. I have to ask, you know? And so that's why this is so important. So you're going to develop your story, that use this as a prompt and a guide right away, but you've got to be able to get it out within 30 seconds. Do not waste people's time. Do not talk to them about green tea. Do not talk to them about Revive. Okay? Get in there, get out, schedule the event. You are a tour guide. You're taking them on a tour. Okay? But it's like, how do I know I want to go on an African safari if you haven't even called me to say, can I do a little intro video with you? Does that make sense? Can I introduce you to why you should go on an African safari with me? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why would Adrian, I need you to, what if somebody had called me and said, hey, do you have $3,000 right now? You know, without ever telling me like their why. That's right. Are you guys with me? Okay. So develop your story, get your story down pat. You might not feel fully confident with it right away. It doesn't matter. The point is that you have it and you have something to riff off of. Yes? Okay. All right. Okay, so let's get back in here. And I know, okay, 11:02. I'm watching the time. All right. Oops, did I share? Oh gosh, here we go again. Adrienne and her tech. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna come back over here. That's step 1. How long would it take you to do step 1, do you think? 30 minutes? Get your names list, get your story down. 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Depends on it. Don't think too hard about it. I'm just saying, get inspired, write it down. Okay, now we got to figure out how we're going to actually connect and invite people. So, all right, I riffed off some things that you were like, wow, she sounds so good, right? I don't know if I could ever say that. Okay, so I want you to know you can and you will. And we have this whole thing called Scripts for Success. And there is not one guide on here that you couldn't gather something from and know exactly how to approach the person on that list. They're in sales, they're in real estate, they're a networker, they're a mom, they're a college student, they're, right? Okay. I like this Scripts for Life, and that's why it's at the top here, because look at all these questions. You'll get really good at asking questions. Let's say you're online and you're like, today I'm going to recruit 2 people online. And you're like in this little page and you see this stuff and, all these things. And you see this guy selling something. And you're like, hey, what are you selling? Oh, Hi, Adrian. Uh, I'm selling an online program. Oh, wow. How long have you been doing this? 15 years. No way. What did you do before? I was a contractor. Contractor for what? How much did it cost for you to get started in this business? Oh, it cost me $30,000 of education. Wow. So what do you make when you make a sale? Right? How much are you spending on your business each month? How do you get your leads? Are you making enough to cover your expenses? Some of you guys would never dare to ask these, but I promise you, asking the right questions for the right person is magical. It's magical. Not only do they feel super special, right? But they're like, wow, she really wants to know more about me, right? She's really invested. Then at the very end of this, you can see, would you be open to looking at a company that could produce residual income for you? Great. I've got live meetings going on weekly. I've got a one on Monday at 7 p.m., one on Wednesday, and one on Thursday this week. What times work best for you? Right? So you guys, you're a scheduler. You're taking that list, you're sharing your story, you're inviting them to take a look. This is more online, okay? But these are still, the transition lines are perfect. Okay, so this is if you were to try to recruit online. I'm not going to go too deep into it, just know it's there. This is probably one of my favorite ones, the virtual launch script. Why? Because you can send this in a voice message. What's better, a text, a voice, or a phone call? Does anyone know what order those should be in? Put it in the chat. Phone call, they don't answer. Text or voice text, they get to hear your voice, right? Then text message, then email. Email's like my last resort, okay? Like people don't check, okay? So, but they'll get an instant message. So if in order to have a proper lead, whether that's online or in person or even writing that list, the reason I'm asking you to go to your cell phone on social media is because there are ways to connect with them there, yes? So you're gonna have a name, you're gonna have a phone number, you may even have an email. Name, phone number is the most important thing. All right, so I'm gonna say something like this. Hey Pam, hope you're doing well. I'm just reaching out because I recently partnered with this new proactive wellness company and I'm building a global distribution center. I think you're the perfect person to take a look at what I'm doing now because you're so into health and wellness and training other people on how they can be healthier every day. I also think you might love some cutting edge wellness or you've got a great business mind, whatever the compliment is, okay? I'm hosting an online showcase on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If I sent you a link to listen in, would you be open to taking a look? Right? This is your bread and butter. Okay, this is your bread and butter. You could also do this for an in-person event. I've got an in-person event happening this Saturday in Dallas. Would you be open to attending? If I sent you a link, would you think you'd be able to attend? Right? It's just that simple. So we share bits and pieces, not the whole story right away, but the whole story happens at the event. Does that make sense? The product, the business, all of that stuff happens at the event. You're becoming a master inviter. Connect, invite, and then the presentation happens. Okay, so you'll confirm their attendance, then you'll send them the link, and then you have to remind them sometimes to show up. Okay, I'm just saying, I don't know about you. Have you guys, do you know what stress feels like in your life? Do you know what busyness feels like? That's everybody. So be a good support, send them a message and you know, that kind of a thing. Remind them, all right, to jump on. If you're like, nobody showed up, I invited 10 people and nobody showed up. I'm like, did you send a reminder with the link? They're like, no. I'm like, oh my gosh, girlfriend. Oh, don't be that guy or girl. Okay, so make sure you're doing that. That's a part of your job. All right, there's lots of other things in here. How to close somebody. What are closing questions? Hey, Pam, I see that you were on tonight. What did you like the most? What else did you like? Do you see yourself using any of the products? Could you see yourself building a business? What do you see 3 doing for you in your life? How can I support you in getting started tonight? Do you feel like you have enough information to get started? Okay, where do you want your product shipped to? What's your credit card? What product pack do you want? Take the order. Okay? All right, so those are all scripts for that. I'm going to come back to this because we stepped ahead. There are tracker forms on how you can do this. You want to take this names list that we have here and you want to transition those names into a tracker form. I personally like this one. I want you to ask at least 30 people a week to take a look. You're going to invite 30 people a week to jump on a presentation. Out of those 30, 15 will say yes. This is no lie. This is no joke. They will. Okay? They'll say yes to taking a look. 5 people will enroll in your organization. Trust that process. Take 30 names from your 100 names list. Call, text each one of them. Invite them. Invite 30 this week. 15 will say yes. 5 will enroll in your team. Is that more than 2 to get you qualified BA? Yeah, baby. You're core 3 probably at this point. Okay. All right. So you want to make sure that's happening. All righty. Next. And of course, this is our most in-depth onboarding. We have lots of videos for this, but just, okay. So that's that. You're going to track your success. All right. So make sure you're tracking everything just like you would track your performance at the gym. This is a basic daily method of operation. These are just other guides in here. Presenting tools. This is huge. You guys are like, I don't know how to do a presentation, or I'm the only leader in my area and there's no events happening, or da da da. Well, there's so many online events. That's why I say always attempt to get 30 people to an online Zoom call each week, because from that Zoom call, they will probably order. From the ordering, then you can invite them to something in person. And it may just be you inviting people over who are brand new in your team over to your house for a potluck and saying, hey, what do you love about 3? Hey, what do you think we could do together to go out and share the story of 3 in our community? It could start out like that, right? But some of you guys have very active leadership in your community, so you're lucky, right? So here's live presentations is always the first attempt. Sending a pre-recorded presentation is the next attempt if they absolutely cannot find a live time to jump on. In-person and open house events are right here. How do you do that? You'd book that with a mentor. Maybe a mentor comes in your area. I know if somebody gets 25 to 50 people in a room, I'm there. I will fly to you. If you're a good inviter and you have 25 to 50 people at your event, I will fly there. I will be there. I would love to come do a presentation for you. Okay. And then you see it, you see it, you see it. The more presentations you do, the better. So I always say the faster you can get to your first 10 presentations, like 7 to 10 practice Zooms or 7 to 10 presentations, the more successful you're going to be as a presenter, because you'll have seen it so many times. All of a sudden, the presentation's not for you. You're like, I know what she's going to say on this slide. Oh my gosh. The presentation's not for you. It's for the guest in the room. You want to get to that point. And you want to get to the point where you could do a presentation because you've seen it so many times. Are you with me? Okay. So this is teaching how to create an invite. We have invites here for you guys. The virtual launch script is, of course, how you would invite somebody online. And here's a guide to hosting in-person and open houses. Okay. And then, of course, you can send tools from your app as follow-up. Any questions about presenting? No. Your biggest thing right now is you need to be a good inviter. You need to get really good at inviting if you're brand new on here today. Really, really good at inviting. Okay. All right, business training, we're going to come back down. Book a personal one-on-one. This is a personal Zoom. You have the ability, because if you're on here at all, okay, you're part of our team, George and I's team. So you could always book a call with us. If you need us for anything, you can book a call. Okay, it goes straight to my calendar. A virtual launch is if you have a guest. Okay, a 30-minute connect call is I have a question. All right, I need help. Okay, here the virtual launch is different. If you were to click on this, you're going to schedule your first event. Get started. Okay, and you're going to come in here. You're going to find a date that works for you, not for all of your guests. You're going to find a date that works for you. Okay, and then you're going to reach out to people. Let's say it's at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. You're going to hit next. You're going to put your details, not your guest. You're going to put your information in here. Then you're going to type in here and you're going to say, hi, Adrienne. This is my first launch event. All right, launch event. I have guests, guests that are attending from my workout class, or my business job, or whatever, my day-to-day, or it's my doctor. Okay, tell me about your doctor, right? Or it's my kids, or it's my husband, whatever. Okay, don't even have to type. Okay, you're gonna give me details, because the more notes in there, the better. If you don't put a note in there, I'm like, what are we doing today? Hey, like, how can I help? What are we doing today? Okay, tell me what I'm doing. Okay, please. All right. So come in there. You can be like, we're doing a launch event. We've got 20 people committed to this call. I want you to do the presentation. The majority of them are business owners or entrepreneurs or, stay-at-home moms, or what. Give me some tips and tools. The more information, the better. All right. And then you're going to edify me when we get on that call. This is so key and so important. They need to know why you scheduled them to be on a call with me. They're like, who's Adrienne compared to, Joe Schmo at the shop down the street? Do you know what I'm saying? So when you go in there, there's a little blurb, a blip, a story. So you're going to make sure you come back to the connecting and inviting. And under here, there's a Carpe Diem script. And you can just ask me for a bio. You can just text me and say, I booked an event with you and I need you to show up. And this is what we're going to do. Do you have your bio? A lot of times that's what happens too. But it is down here too. What am I? A multimillionaire, certified personal trainer, wellness expert, and mom of twins. Here's my phone number. Here's George's, right? So this Carpe Diem script is this is my second favorite script outside of the virtual launch. The virtual launch is just faster. This one is like the tried and true. How to seize the day with using my names list. Okay. So that's what I would do. But yeah, so when you get on the phone or get on the Zoom, you're gonna welcome your guests. They're not my guests, they're your guests, right? You're gonna be like, hi guys, I'm, if you've never met me or you hear from a guest of a guest, my name is Maria Berlinski. I'm a personal trainer, but I invited you on here today to meet my friend and business partner, Adrienne Carbonell. She's a multimillionaire in this business, also a certified personal trainer and wellness expert and mom of twins. Adrienne, I'm so excited to be partnered with you in 3. I love 3 because you're going to share a little blurb about your story real quickly. I love 3 because, and that's why I invited all my friends on to learn from you today. Adrienne, take it away. Okay, how important is that? It's your one job, okay? It is your one job when you get me on to make sure that people have a reason to listen to me. Otherwise, they're like, did I just waste my time on a Saturday or a Wednesday? Like, why do I need to listen to this lady or this guy? Okay, so just FYI, if you do not team me up or edify me, I'm gonna have to edify myself. It's uncomfortable, it's weird. Don't do that. I will in return edify you. So Maria will edify me. I'll come back and be like, Maria, I absolutely adore you. I'm so grateful to be partnered with you here in 3. You are an absolute rock star. You're building an incredible organization. Happy to be here with you and your friends today. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Do you see that's a different presentation? Then like, Adrienne, I've got my doctor on and he wants to know more about the products. I've already told him everything he needs to know, but he needs to know more about the products. I'm like, does he even know why he should listen to me? He's the doctor, right? You have to establish credibility when you're doing virtual launches and events. You guys, if you get really good at this, ooh, the sky's the limit for you. If you get really good at inviting, booking, and edifying, you do 7 to 10 of these. Oh my gosh, you don't need me anymore. You don't need anybody anymore. You're on your own. You are like, you have the team support, but you are rocking it. You are building a great business and you are making money, honey. Okay. So that's that. All right. Let's go back here. Okay, links to online presentations. This goes to the YouTube follow-up guide. Do not be that guy or girl that goes and does this big event. Maybe you're like, you've got a booth in your community and you printed out all the things, you put all this work into it, all this stuff you've got to give away. They're filling out all these forms. They're excited. And then you look at the list of names on there and you don't call any of them. Okay. If you do events, if you get a names list, okay, all that stuff, you've got to make sure you follow up. So let's say I invited 10 people to a Zoom call with Christine or something, okay? And I know I edify Christine, nobody shows up but like one person. I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, I think they're interested, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? No. What if nobody shows up? Well, we've got to work on your inviting and you're getting your commitments, right? Okay, if nobody shows up, but we've all had our own personal party before. We call that a personal party, okay? Where some people just don't show up. What are you going to do? You're still going to reach out to all 30 of those people that didn't show up for you, or the 15 that said that they would and didn't. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Barb, we had the best meeting. It was so good. I learned so much from Adrienne. I know you missed today. Can we book you for another one? You had the best meeting. Just know you're always going to have the best meeting, okay? If you had a private party, they don't need to know that. What they need to know is you learned something that day. You're so excited. You can't wait for the next one. Could they attend next Thursday? Could they attend on Saturday? When can you take a look? When can I get you on, right? Okay, so you're just going to keep following up. That's the same thing, book of follow-ups and closing scripts are there. Overcoming objections. What if they tell me no? What if they tell me they don't have the time? What if they tell me they don't have the money? All right, I know I'm flying through these, but okay, there are really only 2 objections. Are you ready for this? I want you to get super clear on this because people are predictable. People are predictable. They're saying no because they have limiting beliefs about themselves or they have limiting beliefs about this industry. That's it. It's nothing. There is no other reason. They're like, I don't think I'm going to use these products consistently, so I'm not going to buy. Right? I have not done it in the past. I've not been consistent in the past. So why would I spend $700 to be now? What's going to make this different? Right? It's you. You're the difference. You are always the difference. You and I are going to do this together. I'm so excited you said yes to taking a look at these products. I know I tried so many things in the past I didn't feel very successful at. Now I'm so excited because 3 has made this simple for me. It's not 100 different products. It's 7 products I ingest on a daily basis, and I just go out and share with people how good I feel every day. You and I can do that together, right? It's always you. You have to build rapport. So you're going to come in here, you're going to talk about things, right? You want to be genuine. You want to care about their circumstances. You want to listen and know when to stop talking. I can't stress it enough. If there is silence on the other end and you're still talking and you don't feel like the conversation's getting any further, you're talking too much. It's okay. We do it. We all do this. We verbal vomit in the beginning because we don't know what to say and we get nervous. Whew, just breathe, bring your energy down, right? Avoid being confrontational. Never say, well, that's because you did blah, 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 you know? Avoid being confrontational. It's always, of course, I understand. Okay, I understand. Of course, right? We're giving good customer service. You want to come from a servant leader position. You want to feel, felt, found people. Listen, Pam, I know you tried Amway 100 years ago in the past and it didn't work out for you. I know how that feels to not have something work out for me. But what I found is that generally, as people are plugged into this system and they get going, they actually see results much faster. I know they probably had good systems in that too, but maybe the compensation plan just wasn't what we have now, which is an older company. Would that be fair? Yeah. Yeah. Your cousin Bob wasn't successful in network marketing, so now everything's a pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? Well, was that your experience or Bob's experience? I never tried it because Bob told me never to say yes. Well, okay, are you a yes for the products? But should we just start with that? Can we start with that, you know? So you guys just know that that's where those things are coming from. I love this. I used to be so scared of the questions, so scared of the pushback, and now I welcome it. It's like, it's so exciting for me. It's like, what is going on in that person's brain? You know, what do they think they know, you know, about this or whatever? And it's not a challenge. It's how can I help them have a better experience? How can I help them feel better about themselves? How can I help them see that this would be a simpler system than Weight Watchers? How could I help them see that they don't have to be on a diet every day to get good nutrition and to feel better and to not overeat? How could I help them discover that as they share their story, that they could earn millions and millions of dollars? How could I help them feel comfortable and confident today, sharing what they already know that could help others? Right? So that's really what I get excited about when it comes to those. All right. Here's the enrollment form. Here's the welcome letter again. Here's onboarding tools again. And here's the team calendar. Now, you can see that this comes full circle, right? 5-point recruiting system. 5 points. 5 points on a star, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to be a star? Okay. 5-point recruiting system. And you'll be a superstar. And you want to repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Rinse. It's like, so this is not, we are in a business that is so cyclical. The only thing that makes it fun and exciting is the people. That's why I love it so much, because you never know what you're going to get, right? You know how Forrest Gump said life is like a box of chocolates? My friend, human beings are the chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, so it is so much fun in this business when you dive into your list and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize Bob was in another company and wasn't successful before. And now he's upset by that I'm even approaching him about this, but I'm so excited. He's excited about the product. Like, you know, roll with it. Roll with it. Okay, roll with the waves of your own personal success. And this is how you create the waves. This is how you get going. This is how you start putting out that energetic frequency and you start attracting. You got your laser beams out, you got your little antennas up, and you start attracting the right people because you're doing the do. Everything rises and falls on your activity. If you want to not be stuck, get in action. If you want to change a life, get in action. If you want to stop being self-focused, talk to somebody else. Okay, if you've got too many problems in your life you don't know how to get yourself out of, go try to help somebody else solve their problems and you'll solve your own. You help enough people get what they want and you'll get what you want. But you got to get systemized. All right, so that is that. That is what I have for you guys today. I'm going to open this up for conversation. I know I didn't dive too deep into the pay plan, but I want you to just remember this. You want to go get your 2, get your glue, and then become core 3. Core 3, you can find that document on the app. You can find it on the app in your back office. Study core 3 and what that means. It's 3 people who come on board as a brand ambassador and their orders total 1,000 CV. So that means they're coming in with at least a minimum of a premium pack. Yes. Okay. So in other words, you're looking for 3 business builders. So how do you get 3 business builders? You go back to your 100 names list. It's just that simple. Just trust the process. Do it. Okay. There's only one way to skin this cat, and that's at the end of the day to just do it. Okay. Just start calling people. Just get excited. Just share from your heart. If you feel like you messed something up, so what? Who cares? Move on, move forward. You can't mess it up that bad. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person and the right thing to the wrong person, especially when you're first getting started. Okay. Because you don't know any better. So go make some mistakes and we'll help you clean it up. Go make a mess. We'll help you clean it up. Okay. All right. And the reason I'm giving you permission to do that, I'm giving you permission to be perfectly imperfect. It's highly appropriate if you're brand new. You're going to learn. And the more you stay plugged in, you're like, I got this. I'm so good at inviting people to online events. I'm so good at follow-up. I'm so good at asking the right questions. I'm so good, right? Get so good at one of these skills today. And if I were to give you a tip again to ensure promptness, it would be inviting. Get really good at inviting people to take a look with somebody who knows what they're talking about. Okay. And that's what the teen calendar's for. All right. Does anyone have any questions at all? I know we've done an hour and a half now. Ugh, I wish there was a way to shorten this, but I get too passionate. All right. Okay. Okay, good. All right. You guys go make it happen today. Go reach out to at least 10 people and invite them to the next event. What's the best event? The next event. I don't know who's going to speak Monday. So what? Just get them on. The next event is the best event. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, let's go make it happen today. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you later. All right. Bye-bye.
Phenomenal, Adrienne.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. All right. We'll see you later. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.